Hello folks, very good morning from Sepi gaon. This here is the base camp for my trek to Sandakphu Phalut that begins today. Sandakphu is in the northern part of West Bengal. You can reach the base camp either from the Bagdogra airport or from Siliguri, or if you are coming from Kolkata you can take a train to Siliguri or Jalpaiguri, and a vehicle transfer here takes about 7 hours. So we reached this place yesterday evening, and it is a very quaint sort of a village. You already feel like you're in the mountains, disconnected from the rest of the world. And along the way, as a bonus, you also get to catch a very good glimpse of the Sleeping Buddha, the mountain range at the Kanchenjunga, Kumbhakarna, and a few other mountains form. The temperature is pretty cold in here. It's about 3 degrees in the morning, and a cup of very hot tea served my purpose really well. Looking forward for the trek.
The prior evening we did our introductions in the base camp's briefing hall, where we were also given a preview of what to expect in the trek, the trek route with the camps en route, the do's and don'ts, and a clear messaging of the processes that Indiahikes follows.
Woke up this morning at Sepi, our base camp. Just got to view a very good sunrise. Starting off our trek from Sepi to Samanden.
Day 1, we begin our trek at 6,300 feet at 9 am, walk 7 kilometers to reach the village of Ramam, where we had our lunch and some great coffee. We also got a chance to visit a 100-plus-year-old monastery there. We then resumed our walk through forest sections and another stream crossing, and at 4 pm reached our campsite at Samanden, which almost seemed like a bald patch in an otherwise dense forest section.
Hit the 1 kilometer mark, and we have reached the Srikola bridge, which is a landmark point, and this is where we'll converge back on our return on the final day. After 6 kilometers of walk, we've reached a temple or a monastery in this village called Ramam. And the route was scenic all along, with oak trees giving us enough shade.
मेरा बुद्धिज्म स्टडी बैचलर तक कंप्लीट हुआ है अभी। जैसे बैचलर कंप्लीट होने के बाद में मेरा ये ट्रेकिंग का 3 साल हो रहा है ट्रेकिंग करते। मैंने बुद्धिज्म का स्टडी ऐसे 18 ईयर्स किया है। जब मैं 10 साल का था तब से मैं बुद्धिज्म स्टडी करने के लिए चला गया था। और आपको बुद्धिज्म के बारे में ज़्यादा तो नहीं बताऊंगा, लेकिन जो ये मोनेस्ट्री है, ये मोनेस्ट्री का 100 साल ज़्यादा हो गया, लेकिन ये जो अभी पिलर वगैरह सब नया लगाया है।
falling in love with these forests here, with a lot of trees and also dense undergrowths and shrubs below. It's very different from the forests you get to see in Uttarakhand. The sun poking its way through the forests onto the trail. It's a sight that is unmatched. So finally, after 13 kilometers of hiking from Sepi, we have reached Samanden. That's the village over there. Here's a football field set in this picturesque location amidst the hills.
Finally, congratulations, team.
We've done that.
ना हम लोग एक गाना गाने जा रहे हैं, वो नेपाली गाना है, ठीक है। और ये ट्रैक का एक फेमस गाना भी बोल सकते हैं, ठीक है। और गाना का जो नाम है रेसम फिरेरी, ठीक है, सुना भी होगा आप लोगों ने। तो
Good morning, this is day 2 morning at Samanden. We got to stay in these comfortable tea houses. It was a dormitory sort of a setup, but we had blankets and rugs to keep us comfortable. A lot easier than it is to stay in tents. And early morning we wake up to this wonderful sunrise view. And yesterday in the evening we were also able to witness the moon rise over that hilltop over there. That looked majestic as well. So this is a really picturesque village with about 100 to 150 living here. So that over there are the set of houses in this village, and there is also a schooling setup for kids up to class 4, beyond which they'll have to head to other villages down the hills too. The plan for today is to head from Samanden to the next campsite, which is about 10 kilometers from here. But today is going to be one of the challenging days in the trek because we get to ascend about 3,600 feet in a single day. We've been asked to head over for a quick walk here to a site that describes the myth of the Yeti versus human conflict. So looking forward to visiting there. But yeah, after reaching Molley, we stay there for the night, and tomorrow morning is when we'll head to one of the summits of this 2-summit trek. The first one being the Phalut Peak, but for today it's just going to be this hike. Hoping for a good one.
तभी उन्होंने क्या बोला, ये लेफ्ट हंटर के साथ, लेफ्ट हंटर को बुला के ये बोला कि आज से ये समांदन हमारी तरफ से आपके लिए, आज के बाद दोबारा नहीं आएंगे समांदन करके। हाँ, ये तीन ही समांदन छोड़ा। तो एक्चुअली समांदन का समांदन का नाम है सम्मादेन, सम्मादेन असली नाम। तो सम्मा मतलब पूरा प्लेन जगह, देन मतलब वो।
This here is the grocery store of this village. They get to store all of their needs for a month or so. Maybe they get it from the villages down and keep it here for consumption. Radish and sweet potato being kept for drying to make sabzi and pickles.
Samanden कस्तो लाग्यो?
Day 2 of the trek was also the most challenging, with steep ascents across different layers of forests, from oaks and pines to bamboo sections, where our desperate search to spot the red panda was in vain. The clearing, after teasing us for almost an hour, finally showed up in real as we reached our campsite at Molley at about 11,300 feet.
Our trek guide mentioned that at 9,000 feet the pine trees completely give way to the bamboos, and the next 1,000 feet would be completely in the bamboo forests.
After having our lunch at an ideal picnic spot set within the bamboos, we didn't get the memo on the ascent to come. The heavy lunch was not helping our cause either. And at 10,000 feet, the terrain change was evident. Slowly but surely, the bamboo forests faded away, giving way to rhododendrons we could spot in abundance.
And finally, after 9 kilometers of walking, we have approached the clearing here, and I can see the Molley campsite right behind these trees. This has been a tough day. The distance that we covered was about 10 kilometers, but we had to ascend about 3,600 feet with a few steep sections. It was rather challenging. Looking forward to the visit to the sunset viewpoint here, followed by some hot snacks.
And when we saw the sun set over the sleeping Buddha, we felt that the effort from the day was totally worth it.